pages to help us remember. It is a way of seeing, a path of awareness that can be traced through the centuries, forever unfolding, evolving, emerging again and again to serve a consciousness of the sacred at the heart of all life. What is unique about the Celtic tradition compared to most other Western traditions is that it cannot be reduced to a set of doctrines or beliefs. Instead, at its core, is the conviction that we essentially need to keep listening to what our soul already knows, either in the particular circumstances of our lives or in matters more universal. We need this awareness among us again today, urgently. This way of seeing and hearing has a particular lineage. It can be traced historically to the Celtic world. But this is not to say that it is bound to Celtic ethnicity and culture. It goes by other names in other places and times. It is not only for those who wear kilts and play bagpipes, for instance, or those who can claim to have an Irish granny. Nor is it bound religiously. Although the stream of wisdom that I will be drawing on here is largely from Celtic Christian teachers, it resonates with the deep spiritual wisdom of other great religious traditions as well. The way of seeing that I am speaking about can be accessed by anyone, regardless of ethnic origin or religious background, for it is a way of seeing that is based on what the soul already deeply knows, that both the earth and every human being are sacred. And we can apply this way of seeing to the most pressing issues of humanity and the earth today. In the Celtic tradition, it was said that we suffer from soul forgetfulness. We have forgotten who we are and have fallen out of true relationship with the earth and with one another. Thus, the path to well-being is not about becoming something other than ourselves, or about acquiring a spiritual knowledge that is essentially foreign to us. It is about waking up to a knowledge that is deep in the very fabric of our being. And it is about living in relation to this wisdom. Many years ago, shortly after I had written one of my earliest books, Listening for the Heartbeat of God, I was giving a talk on its main themes in a little church in Virginia. I was emphasizing the sacredness of the newborn child and the light of the divine that is deep in every human being. I contrasted this belief with a teaching that has dominated so many other streams of Western Christian thought, the doctrine of original sin, in which it is taught that what is deepest in us, or what is most original to our nature, is opposed to God, rather than being of God. At the end of the talk, a woman in her 80s came up the central aisle of the church with a copy of my book in hand. She was walking so purposefully that the naughty boy in me thought she was going to hit me over the head with it. But I was quite wrong. Instead, she said, "I want to show you what I wrote in this book after reading it." She then opened the front cover, and I saw that inside she had written, "I knew it, I knew it, I knew it." I often wish I had asked her for that copy of the book. She had expressed so succinctly what our experience is when we hear a truth that has been long neglected. We may never have heard it before. It may never have been taught to us. But when we do hear it, our response is, "Ah, I know this to be true, and some part of me has always known this." Repeatedly, I hear similar exclamations from men and women in relation to the birth of their children, or their earliest experiences of nature. Their words witness to our natural instinct for the sacredness of the birth of new life and of the earth itself. They are speaking of what at some level we all know. Their words have also increasingly led me to see that my primary role as a teacher of spirituality, and the role we can all play for one another in enabling spiritual awareness, is simply to try to utter what the soul already knows. This knowing may have become buried under layers of cultural and religious conditioning, and may need to be awakened. But the wisdom we are trying to give expression to is not just ours alone.